Right guys, I've just come on a bit of a walk really, so I just wanted you to check in. I just wanted to address the issue that's currently on a lot of the channels that I'm seeing. It's not going to be the greatest video, I'm not going to lie, but it needs addressing. I don't want to get too sucked in, but as you're aware, my channel is a very new channel. I'm having a go, and well, basically what's happening is people are using my name handle on other people's page, mainly the ones that I tend to follow, and putting up just silly comments really. I think you have to pardon the language, but I think one of them said I've been doing my bollocks in regarding to yesterday. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna lie, it did make me chuckle because I thought, well, I did, but I just think it's rude. I just think there's no need for it. We're all, well, I think all the ones that are the people that I follow are only interested really in one thing, and that's to try and put some value out there for people to find. Now, I don't particularly think that I'm going to carry on with my walk or I'll never get back. I don't particularly think that these people really have got anything better in their life. I refer to them as keyboard warriors. Clearly got nothing better to do with themselves. Probably got too much time on their hands, but I mean, the other thing you've got to consider is people's mental health, and I would say to these people that have got that too much time on their hands, if they are struggling with things in life, that they could go to the doctors and they might give him something to help them. I mean, but to spend your time, not just me, but I've seen a few people's names crop up, to spend your time impersonating someone else and just making silly comments on channels. I mean, I don't want to give them the time of day, but it really does. I just think, come on, a word with yourself. If you've got nothing better to do, get to the doctors, find out why you are like that. I know there's drugs that can help you, especially if you've got a lot of time on your hands. I think it's something to do with Connect that you can see your GP about, and that might be a solution for you. So yeah, not a video really wanted to make, but I think it's worth mentioning. Just give you a few of you a lowdown on myself. I've been doing it for quite a few years. I don't bet big, but I enjoy the racing. I love watching the racing, trying to find a winner, and that's what excites me. I like watching the young ones coming in, like the 2-year-olds starting out at the start of the year, and I think that's where sometimes you find some value coming into this time of year, because it's a funny time. Is a flat season now. We're pretty much at the end, and you've got horses running that are just really running to, they've obviously not quite been ready, some of the young ones, but they're in a nice stage, so they want to give them a good run, try and get a win under the belt for the end of the season, ready to go on holiday probably till next year as a 3-year-old. So I mean, this time of year, if you followed it from like last year, I mean, you've only got to look at the ground. It's lovely for this time of year. It really is. I mean, you're not going to see better ground than this. It really is. I mean, it's so good. It's incredible, really. So anyway, yeah, that was it really. Just a little thing to say that if you do need help, if you've got nothing better to do than impersonate other people, then honestly really consider your life choices, because we're only on here to one thing, is to try and put some winners up, have a bit of a giggle. I mean, that's what I like the most. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm all for the banter, I love the banter. Like I say, the comment did make me chuckle, but I think if you're doing it to like disgrace my channel, I'm not being funny. I've never had any followers anyway. I've been doing it for a couple of months. I've never asked for followers. It's literally all came about from me popping a comment up on Grump's page. I really fancied a horse, and I just thought, oh, it seems a shame that no one's going to see it other than my friend that was on the channel, because it's how we started out really, because I send him stuff and he says stick it on YouTube and then I'll see it. I'm like, yeah, no worries. I don't take down the losers, and there's plenty of them. There'll be more losers than there will be winners, but like I say, just bear in mind that it doesn't bother me. Really don't bother me. You can give me as much stick as you want, and I hope we have a laugh along the way with it, but when it's insults, it's just pathetic. It really is. There's some good guys out there trying to do the bit, trying to beat the big corporations, and yeah, you're never going to make millions, especially when we're not betting my 5p each way bets. But if we can get a bit of money back, like we did the other day, and like we did earlier in the week, then it makes it all worthwhile. And it's nice when you've followed one, you've put it in your notebook, you've watched it run a couple of times, waited, and then you find one where you think, well, I think they could really have a go for it today. Ground looks good. So yeah, like I say, my video is up for my main bets today. I'm probably not going to get round to doing the football, because after me walk this morning, I'm just going to be heading back home, and I've put a link in the post that would be worth a look of some of the channels that I follow. Big shout out to Connor 500 yesterday, absolutely smashed it. Mickey D's been on fire as well over the last few weeks. I don't know if you follow him, but definitely worth a look. I do like SD's dailies. There's always something in there that catches my eye. Sometimes it's nice just to look through them, and if you've got ones that you've wrote down yourself the night before, it sort of thinks, well, he's obviously seen the same thing. And a big shout out to Steve, horse racing enthusiast. He absolute lovely chap. I speak to him via the comments quite often, and I just think he's a lovely bloke, and I wish him all the best as well. You can see that he's enthusiastic, and it hurts him when he's had a bad day, but I've been following him now for best part of 3 months, and if you looked at like £1 as your level stake, then you'd be well up if you'd backed every horse he'd ever put up. So it's just the way it sometimes works. You'll have good days, you'll have good months, you'll have bad days, and you'll have bad months, and that's the gig we're at, unfortunately. Like I say, I did nothing in the process of how I picked my horses yesterday than I did the day before. The difference was, one day was a good day, yesterday was a bad day. So, and today, obviously we don't know till they've run, but today could be another bad day, because you're going to get more bad days than you are good. It's something that I think if any of you have been watching the channels for a while, you've got Flat Cat Callum, who's on a bit of a break at the minute, but it's something that he'd mentioned. You've got to look at your strike rate and be realistic when you're putting big odds up. The the chances of them happening are far less than few. You've got to enjoy them good days, get the money in the bank. Don't start upping your bets, just stick to what's comfortable for you. I mean, as a rule of thumb, I'll start on Monday. I think I've mentioned it, but I'll start on a Monday with 20 quid, and then I'll carry on throughout the week, up and down. I've had a little bit more this week, but I've enjoyed it. You know, I enjoyed it yesterday. I had to have a little laugh to myself. I think I put it up in the post, but like with the football bet, it made me smile. I mean, you shouldn't laugh really, I suppose, when you lose money, but you know, when you get it so wrong, and yet you can't see it, it's funny. I mean, the corners, for example, you've got the home team. I know I've probably mentioned it, but the home team had basically, there was a team that I fancied to win. Did watch the match, and how they want another corner in the second half. I mean, for the home team, it's beyond me. It really was. I mean, it's just one of them things that it didn't come in. I'm not going to lose sleep over about it. I'll have a bit of a chuckle, because you couldn't have, if you'd have put it the other way around, we'd have made a fortune, but you just wouldn't foresee that. So like I say, you can follow your stats, you can look at the data, you can check the form, but let's face it, we're dealing with anomalies, if that's how you say it, every day. All the horses that run, it's like looking at a bit of paper saying, oh, this one's ran a few seconds quicker than that one consistently, but on the day it's an animal. And I would say 90% of the race horses that are so well looked after, but they're not machines. So just bear that in mind when you're following anybody's horse tips. They're not machines, and that's it really. I'll sign out with that. I've done a bit of waffling, so it's almost like good old days of Flat Cap, bless him. I hope he's well. Anyway, I'll send his things to his family, and really, I can't wait to see him back, freshened up. So yeah, that's it really. I've got one other thing to add on, just a little mention. I have got a pick that I put on yesterday for Saturday. Now, it's very speculative. I think I took it at 66 to 1, but I'm going to put that in its own video. I'm going to get that up today for tomorrow. But I would advise probably look on the day, because I think you'll get a right good chance at more places. I mean, I've put it on, and I've used William Hill where I can get a few more places for it. I've actually put it on as a place bet and a win bet. I'm looking more of the fact that I think it's got such good each way value while the price is what it is, that I can't see it not coming in the top 6. It ran such a good race last time out at Doncaster. It found a bit of trouble on its way, never really got a clear run, and I think if it had got out into it, I really think it would have finished a lot higher up than where it finished anyway. So I think it finished 8 last time out, but yeah, that's one that I'll be doing a video on. Anyway, enjoy your day, guys. Like I say, just remember, these keyboard warriors and trolls, whatever you want to call them, if you've got serious problems, go and see a specialist, get some help, go see your doctor. But don't waste your time trying to disrespect good ordinary people. Right guys, that'll do me for walking. I'm gonna go and get some Coke now with all my winnings. Coca-Cola, yes. Right, catch you in a bit. Bye. Have a good day, everybody.